Hi there, VC. Steve Whitty here. Different view. Newish chair I've got hold of. A bit more comfortable to sit down and listen to music. A bit more comfortable to do my VC videos. As I said, this is a recent find video. So purchases, be it at the store, charity shop, and eBay. So first things first, I'll go through the CDs that I purchased. The Horrors, Primary Colours. This came out, I'm looking at when it came out, and I'm not too sure, to be honest. I've heard the name, not really heard much of the music, but I know they're quite lauded. So I'd be interested to hear what they're like. The Horrors. Kasabian, and this is, let's see how I pronounce it, Velociraptor, I think is how you pronounce it. I hope somebody corrects me if I'm wrong. Album came out in 2011. This is the third Kasabian CD I've got. I think they're a pretty good band actually, Kasabian. Well worth checking out if you've never heard of them. And final CDs, The Libertines, their self-titled second album, which came out in 2004. At this point, the brand was starting to fragment. Pete Doherty's and drug problem, well known at the time. It's got "Can't Stand Me Now" as the sort of lead single, and what became of the Likely Lads. Yeah, not bad album, not bad CD at all. Singles wise, I picked up 4. First one is an old gold single. This is Charity Shop Find. This is Andrew Gold's Lonely Boy, side 1. And then side 2 is Never Let Us Slip Away. Both great pop songs. Remember them, listening to them on the radio in my youth. Next up, it's the Pogues with the Dubliners, The Irish Rover. This Stiff Records. 1987 it's got here. It could well be right. I'm not sure if it was their first hit single or not. But yeah, pleased to have that. And then Vic Reeves and the Wonder Stuff, Dizzy, which was the #1 single in 1991. Vic Reeves, British comedian. Big music fan actually. It's the cover of the Tommy Rowe song. Really good. Got the album. I've got a CD somewhere. And final single, it's Van Halen's Jump. Released in 1983, became a hit in 1984 from the album of the same name. It's the biggest hit that the band had in the UK. Very easy listening synth pop. Bit of a classic of its type and genre. So that's for the singles and the CDs. So moving on to the albums I purchased. First, I say the first batch are charity shops and record store. Cheap, you know how I shop, cheap bins. This is Joan Baez, Diamonds and Rust. It came out in 1975. Diamonds and Rust, song about a relationship about the guys walked back into their life. Sort of she admitted it was about Dylan. Also on the album, she does cover Dylan's Simple Twist of Fate on here, and does it in his voice, impression of his voice. It also features Joni Mitchell on the song Dida, and it ends with I Dream a Genie, Danny Boy. So it's a good little album. Also, remember Diamonds and Rust is covered by Judas Priest on the Sin After Sin album, and she gave it a big thumbs up. She just appreciated that somebody else would take the time out to cover one of her songs. Next, this is in the pound bin. I found this. This is Harry Chapin's Greatest Stories Live. It's his first double live album, released in 1976 on Elektra. This is a really good album, actually. I'm not really that familiar with Harry Chapin. I knew the name. But you've got on here probably his best known songs in the UK, WLD, Cats in the Cradle, and Taxi, which I believe was his first hit single in the US. I was reading up on him, quite a fascinating guy. very into humanitarian causes. In fact, he pretty much gave the money away as much as he earned his royalties. In fact, when he died, there was very little left in the pot for his family. So, really pleased to have that album. This is Clannad. This is past, present. This is their best of from 1989. You've got here Theme from Harry's Game, World of Difference, which features Bono, Robin, which was the theme, Robin the Hooded Man, which is the theme from Robin of Sherwood. You've also got some quite interesting people that appeared on this. Whitefall, the final track on the album, features Steve Perry from Journey on here. It is very 80s. Some of the stuff is very 80s sounding, hasn't dated well. They started as a bit Irish folk band in the 70s, and when they became popular in the UK, excuse me, my throat's starting to dry up a little bit. They sort of sound sort of tailored to the 80s a little bit. Oh, that's better. Next album is one of these. This is not in great nick cover-wise. It's Joe Cocker's A Little Help With My Friends and Joe Cocker. It's one of these two albums in one. This came out, I believe, around 1973 on the Fly label. This is A Little Help With My Friends album. Obviously, that album has got, he's probably his best known track, A Little Help From My Friends, Feeling Alright, covered Just Like a Woman, I Shall Be Released. And on the Joe Cocker album, you've got Delta Lady was another hit single for him in the UK, Bird on a Wire, Leonard Cohen's, Came Through the Bathroom Window, Darling Be Home Soon, Something for George Harrison. So Joe Cocker was never really a writer of songs, but an interpreter of others. And for £1, two albums in one. I've given it a clean. I haven't yet listened to it, so hopefully they'll be in half decent nick, but I was pleased to pick those up. FM, Indiscreet, their debut album. This is an old library copy, released in 1986. Very, as the band's name sounds, FM sounding. Very radio. If American, it was very radio friendly. Obviously deleted because I can see a little hole in there. Band looked very 80s. It's I've got Tough It Out on CD, their second album, which had Bad Love, which was a great song. So I'm sort of interested to hear what that sounds like. Charity Shop find this one. This is the best of Janice Ian. Picked this up for £1. Got all the stuff at 17. It's probably obviously the best known song. Jessie, Bridge, Between the Lines. The only thing it doesn't have is Society's Child, but I think because this is a CBS release. This came out in 1980, I think. Yeah. For £5, I've managed to pick up a Canadian pressing of Led Zeppelin's Presence. I think you can just about make it out on there. Yep. On the Swan Song label. Sort of album that sort of gets dismissed a little bit. But, when it came out, the band was quite proud of it, and they started doing interviews. So they went for a period not talking to the press, and they were quite heavily to promote this. Then obviously things went wrong in regards to Robert Plant losing his sons, and then took a bit of a hiatus while he got himself together. Used to have this as a 7-inch single. This is a 12-inch copy of Motorhead's The Golden Years live EP, which came out in 1980. Gave them their real first top 30 success. We've got Leaving Here, Stone Dead Forever, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Too Late, Too Late. Real classic. It sort of preempts the No Sleep to Hammersmith album. Found this in the pound bins. This is Rolling Stones number 2. It's a mono copy, and reason it's in the pound bin, there is a little bit of a scratch on the last song. I haven't played it. I've given it a clean. We'll see what it sounds like. But for Stones for £1, I ain't going to say no to it. You've got on here, I'm just trying to think which is the best known song on here. Time Is On My Side would be the best known song on this album, but it's very much a covers album. Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Down Home Girl, You Can't Catch Me, Time Is On My Side, What a Shame, Grown Up Wrong, Down the Road of Peace, Under the Boardwalk, I Can't Be Satisfied, Pain in My Heart, Off the Hook, and Susie Q. Recorded at Chess part of it recorded in Chess in Chicago, RCA Hollywood, and Regent Sound London. Stones did a lot of recording in the States at that time. Andrew Luke Oldham didn't think the sound of the British studios could match the sound in America. £2, Tattoo You by the Stones. And primarily because Rose and Josie had written on there to Dennis, and I suspect this is the reason why it's £2. It's in really good condition, the record. Obviously, you got Start Me Up, Hang Fire, and the last track on the album is Waiting on a Friend, which is absolutely sublime. So, pleased to find that. Another £2 record. So Daisy, knock my laptop over. There we go. Robin Trowers, and this is Twice Removed from Yesterday from 1973, an original Green Label Chrysalis, produced by Matthew Fisher, ex-bandmate at Procol Harum. I've not really got that much Robin Trowers, but the record's in really great nick, so I was pleased to pick that up. A Charity Shop find. This is a monument to British rock. This was released on the Harvest label, and it's your standard rock compilation. But what I was pleased to find on here, you've got Got to Get You Into My Life by Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers, Shaking All Over, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates, When I'm Dead and Gone, McGuinness Flint, Natural Born Boogie, Humble Pie, Outside, Chris Farlow. Resurrection Shuffle, Ashton Gardner and Dyke, Hippie Hippie Shakes, Swinging Blue Jeans, and See My Baby Jive by Wizard, on top of Roll Over Beethoven by ELO, My Sweet Lord, George Harrison, Here Comes the Night, Dem, Wild Thing, The Trogs, Down Down, Status Quo, Get Back, Beatles, Itchy Park, Small Faces, Black Knight, Deep Purple, Make Me Smile, Come Up and See Me, Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel, White Shade of Pale, Procol Harum. So it's a good little comp there. I was pleased to pick that up for literally say a penny. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. Now moving on to, well, first off, I'll show you my Discog find. I brought this off Discogs. For its PayPal, so it is £5 for you to add to my balance. So I brought Katrina and the Waves debut album. It's in really good nick, really mint copy. Cover's a little torn there. I would label this as one of my favourite albums of the 80s. I used to have this on cassette and I wore it out literally to death. So I was pleased to get it. Finally, I'll show you my eBay finds. eBay wins. Elvis Costello and the Attractions Imperial Bedroom from 1982. This is a German pressing on F-Beat. Probably best known track on here is You Little Fool, but you've got some great tracks. Man Out Sign, Boy With a Problem, which was co-written with Chris Difford, which was quite unusual. Shabby Doll, Tears Before Bedtime. So pleased to have won that auction. Another album I won on the auction, this is Kiss Dynasty, however you want to pronounce it, from 1979. This is an Italian pressing. It's got the inner sleeve as well. Show you there. Hope you caught that. Yeah, so, yeah, best known track, I Was Made for Loving You, was probably my introduction to Kiss at that time. AC's 2000 Man, which I love. Hard Times, Sure Know Something, X-Ray Eyes. Marked to change of fortunes for the band. At 78, they were at their peak sales wise. So, yeah, happy to have that. Really pleased to have won this. This is Rush's debut album. Now, this is a mid-price. Let me show you a reissue from 1983. It's in beautiful condition. I've got it on the I think is it the Chronicles or Archives free disc set. So I have a vinyl copy of the debut album itself. It's really pleasing. Wilder by Teardrop Explodes. This came out in 1981. Best known tracks on here: Passionate Friend, Tiny Children. Soon after this, the band sort of imploded, or Julian Cope left the band, or they split up. And Julian Cope's gone on to his marvellous varied career. Bit of a... I just realised the stand's a bit wonky, so... yeah, pretty pleased to have won that album. And then final album I'm showing you, it's the Tube's debut album from 1975. We've got Up From the Deep, Halo, Space Baby, Malajoina Solarosa, Mondo Bondage, What Do You Want From Life, Boy Crazy, and probably the epic White Punks on Dope, which I'd recently got on 12-inch. So again, another album I'm pleased to have got on hold of. So BC, that is my latest haul. I am going to sit down and do a couple of Beatle ranking videos. Probably do it over the weekend. Been a little bit hectic this week. So if you like what you've seen, you've stumbled across the channel for the first time, click the subscribe button. 158 people, other people have done it. Also, to remind you that you've got 1 week left to post your entry into my 130 subs contest. Band that you think should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. At the moment, I've got 3 entries. You know, that's fine. That's I'm pleased. People have entered. So you've got a week to get your entry in. So look forward to seeing them. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Feel free to put the comment. I will reply back to you. So VC, until the next time, look after yourselves. Keep spinning. More importantly, keep smiling.